Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Wednesday Word of Wisdom. Before anyone else, happy Thanksgiving. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I know we're all going to gorge ourselves to an extent that we shouldn't gorge ourselves, but today we're going to talk a little bit about protection. Psalm 91. Come on back and see what we have for you today. And welcome back, everyone. We said we'll be talking about protection. Now, men, what do you think of when you hear the word protection? A lot of times when it's physical, we think about we're going to have a gun, we're going to have something that we can protect our family from. That's a natural thing because that's what we see on TV. Now, let's think about Psalm 91. This talks about God protecting us, but it's a little bit softer than that. Psalm 91 verse 4, it's talking about God. It says, He will cover you with His feathers. You will take refuge under His wings. Now to me, feathers and wings is not a gun or a club or a bat. So how does this work? What does that look like?
Right. So I've been trying to memorize Psalms 91. And I started some years ago memorizing it, and that was the part I kept getting stuck at. So I'd say everything up to there, and then I'd skip around a couple of verses, and I was like, oh, I think I'm missing something. And, just as David read it, I'm reading again, He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. And so I actually went on the internet and looked up, obviously it's birds that have wings, right? So I looked up birds and this beautiful picture of this beautiful swan just enveloping her babies under her wings and under her feathers. And I was like, wow, I can just imagine the writer of the psalm as he's coining this psalm, and he's sitting wherever he's sitting, and he's looking out of his window, and he's observing this bird just enveloping these baby chicks. And in the picture, you'll see that there's one little chick that's still running in, that's on the outside, right? That chick isn't protected. But once that chick is under, and you'll see in the picture that not a single one of these babies has the opportunity to be left out. There's enough space for all of them. And just that covering, that protection, and that mama bird, I bet you if you were trying to get near that bird, oh, she'd get very upset, right? Because she's protecting. And I just wondered, as I sat and I'm, mulling this verse over in my mind, how God would allow this imagery, right? As this writer of the psalm is sitting there, as he's writing and watching to observe that and think, oh, that's how our God loves us. That's how our God cares for us, right? As David said, you think man protection, you think that this violent type of I'm gonna go before you and be on the offensive, but then also it's this running under, and that under this shelter of these wings, that's also that kind of protection. And good news, there's room for all of God's children. There's room for all of us, that we can all fit under the protection if we will abide. As you'll see that one baby, I think it's a gosling, whatever they're called. This one baby gosling, right? That's not yet, but you can see they're outside and they're going in, right? So the protection is when you're abiding in and under and not on the outside.
Yes, and men, you still are to protect. That doesn't necessarily mean, like you said, on the offensive. Sometimes it is the defensive, I'm going to protect. And it also means we need to protect spiritually.
Right.
That's one of the biggest privileges we have, men, as husbands and as fathers, is to protect your family spiritually.
Right.
Prayer, leaning into God, leaning under His wings,
Right.
receiving from Him so you can stretch that over them. So when we're coming under His feathers, coming under His wings, if you look at those pictures, you'll see it's like there's a comfort that and in peace.
Yes.
We can have that comfort and peace knowing that He is covering us. He is pouring into us with that. That is what we are to be for those around us, our family, our loved ones. And it's not just, like I said, it's not just having a gun if someone comes to the house and shooting them. Because what is that going to end up doing? Really? It's where are we at on the spiritual level? Are we protecting our loved ones? Because that is what matters for eternity. That is what God is doing with his wings, and we're hiding in the shelter of his wings. It's not just a physical, it's a spiritual protection.
Right, absolutely. So I hope that blessed you. And again, happy Thanksgiving. Until next time, God bless you and goodbye.